Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome everyone that have made the time and the effort to be at this time of the day with us. But the reason why we put at this time is because today we have a very, very special guest, Dr. Asma Munir. She is been with us one time before, but she's very knowledgeable. You will know how much knowledge, wisdom, and experience she had when she started talking, when she started answering the question. She's a medical doctor. First of all, she's a medical doctor, right? And she's been practicing for about 42 years already. And she has a lot of qualifications. She might want to expand on that, but she has really made a big effort to be with us, and we are so grateful to come with her presence. It's about 7 o'clock on her place, right? It's 1 o'clock here. We're already up and running. The ball is rolling, even though we are on COVID-19 restrictions and lockdown, but we keep on rolling everything. Well, she's just starting the day. So we are going to try to make the best of it, to get more knowledge and to pick up every wisdom that she's going to share with us. So then hopefully all your questions are going to be answered. Dr. Munir, welcome to our presentation. We are so pleased to have you. We feel very, very privileged to come with your presence. The floor is yours. Go ahead. And before anything, good morning, DXN.
Good morning, a very good morning. Sabah al khair, assalamu alaikum, sat sri akal, namaste, and a very beautiful morning to all my viewers and my DXN family. I'm so thankful, Ruth, for your management for giving me an opportunity to be with you after such a long time that I've been to Adelaide, thanks to Dr. Proven, that I have seen the DXN family quite some time. But this is a very proud privilege for me that I would be answering some of your questions. I hope that time would permit me to explain the max and let you be as simple and as quick to understand, although it's a world of miracles in DXN. And for one product, I need 5 days to talk. So you can imagine in 1 hour, I have to talk for so many products depending upon your questions. So most welcome. You can let me give you a little brief of 5 minutes about why are we talking about women and what is the health circling the women. Then we'll take up the questions. Are you okay, Ruth?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay, so to begin with the name of Allah, the most merciful and beneficial, and the prayer that whatever we are going to learn from each other today, we are going to share and implement on ourselves and the health and wellness and happiness for our families. So let's pray and start some of the sharings. Let me introduce myself. Already Ruth has done so. I'm a practicing doctor for the last 42 years, but now I'm confined myself to in vitro fertilization or assisted reproduction. So I'm here in 27th year of my experience there, working in Sharjah at present, about to go to the clinic. You can see my white gown. So I will be leaving just quickly after the session. And then my great passion behind for the world, for the people, for the benefit of the prevention. So now, as you know, this is an epidemic, a pandemic, which is letting us back to nature. And this is what we have been talking about since so many years from the platform of DX and immunity, immunity, and immunity. So we will talk something about that also. But regarding today's topic, DXN and women, women, when it comes to women, it beautifies the world. See, women is vision, women is world. So there will be no one without a woman. So it's the basics of life that we have to take care of the one who is giving us life. So let's start with one of the very important factors that WHO, the World Health Organization, has already defined the well-being and the proper functioning of the health of a woman and men, especially in their reproductive age, in all phases of reproduction, which includes not only the physical and mental health, but also a social well-being. So having said that, the objectives of the attaining information about the health for women as in particular, and generally all of us, it should be able to understand the factual information in the full range of health services which are accessible through this platform. So it's a holistic and natural support that you are going to give. And why we are concerned about women, because women are not only giving life, but also sustaining them, taking care of them, and they are behind the screen. So what I always say, that if you define a woman, it would be something, a woman which can be worried, overstressed, mostly bound morally, ethically, and spatially, and not paid for any, and not getting any information, care, respect, and time for herself. Once we know what the woman of today is facing, we feel not only ashamed of ourselves in this profession also, that we're not doing justice to them. So let's learn about it. Why do we need it? What are the important phases in a woman's life that need extra care? And when we talk about care, it is not only the physical care, mental care, and the social requirements for a woman, which starts whenever, before even she comes to this world, in utero, when a baby girl is being, developing in a mother's womb. The care starts from there. Then comes puberty, then comes reproductive age, and then comes menopause. So all of our questions would be, relating to that, so many groups of stages of life. So, and how our products can help us to sustain that beauty of health and happiness. Because when your body is healthy, you are happy. And if you are unhappy, there is something wrong. There is something wrong, very much wrong, that you are neglecting or you're not recognizing. So, as regards the different stages of development, I'm not going to waste too much time on those scientific data, but starting from in utero, when the baby girl is developing, you need the full nutrition, full proteins, full content of the well establishing ongoing new life. And then it comes to when the baby is growing and aging towards, and after antenatal and postnatal, it's signaling of good health, then healthy mother and a healthy baby, and then coming to an age of adolescence. This is the most personal, confidential change, unavoidable, unexpected, unattended, and maybe unusual at times. And as I always blame puberty to be all this be personal, unavoidable, biological changes, emotional changes, relatively affecting relationships. And there are certain things which are treatable, and somebody themselves or herself may be responsible for that abnormal change sometimes. And then comes the reproductive age. The reproductive age circles the not only the age, the weight, the relevant histories, stresses, diseases which may encompass your systemic endocrine tumors, and also later in life when you reach menopause, it is a departure of fertility. In fact, it's a beginning of a very fragile life, but can be full of fragrance if taken care by positive attitudes, good diet, and good maintenance. So these can be done only by nutrition, not by any medication. So we are going to talk about what type of nutrition is going to help you in which stage of your life. And it may as well, I think husbands should also listen, brothers and fathers should also listen to me today, because they are the ones who are going to take care of the massive, aggressive potential of hard work in their houses. So they should know how to take care of them. So I always invite men for women problems also, so that they should know what we are going through. So I think, Ruth, we can take the questions after only 1 minute, because I need to tell them that there is an increased nutritional risk to pregnant women, to pregnancy with complications, and then obstetrically, if they have requirements, the complications, taking care of the normalities, and then examination, care, and what products of ours can help to have a safe motherhood and reaching to a good outcome. and with a healthy baby. So I would request all of you, without wasting any more time, to come up with your questions so that I can, satisfy you. Over to you, Ruth.
Thank you, Dr. Asma Munir. Allow me to share the screen with some questions that I have here.
Okay.
And the first one that I have, DXN. Why DXN, and why it is the need for women to consume DXN products?
That's a very valid and a very super question I've been asking for the last 12, 13 years. Why DXN? If you see the word DXN, it's a Malaysian word, Daxon, which is trustworthy. So you have to trust me to trust DXN, and you have to trust DXN to trust the DXN products, number one. Number two, it's an abbreviation for me as decent, excellent, natural life. See, the reason inside DXN is you need a decent, excellent, natural life without any problems, without any genetic control of your abnormalities, without any environmental effect on your body, without any situational hazards, without any ongoing wear and tear in the body, with the fighting of aging, all the effects of ill situation inside your body. So the need, as like any other living being on this planet, I think DXN is the need of even the plants, even the animals, because they also have a life to go and they don't want to get sick. And we are taking care of our pets. We are taking care of our farms. Why? We are putting pesticides. We are taking care of fertilizers. Why? Because we want a healthy growth of the crop. Same way we want a healthy cell in our body. Trillions of cells composing and making tissues, organs, and then body. They need insurance policy. For me, the insurance policy for my body is DXN. Because without knowing what is happening, it will make you crazy if you go on thinking what can go wrong to me. You will not get out of the house. If you see the colorful pollution around you, if I color the air and I can give you the microscope in your eyes, you will not come out of your bed, because there's so many things that are going to harm you. And until and unless your body is under the umbrella of a protection of your immune system, you will suffer one day. And it will keep on increasing your bills of the medical faculty, and also it will not going to come back to normal. It will change to such an extent that you are either sustaining a medical prescription all your life, or you don't enjoy your life. So you're here to take care of this life because it is given for once only. This is why you need DXN, to assure that your life is simple, your life is without medication, you are free of any sustainable chemical poisons, you are free of aging processes and side effects, you have ongoing changes in your body are automatically being taken care of. Wherever you go, you might not know what is going on, but you have your products inside you to take care of you. Just like a guard, just like a mother, just like a teacher, and just like an insurance guideline that you can go anywhere you have a card. So same way, you have a DXN product, any product, you name it, and you have, Dr. Lim, mashallah, hats off to him, and this is the time to thank Allah and thank Dr. Lim to give us this opportunity for these products. He has combined so many products under the umbrella of DXN, which have high immunomodulatory effects, which have the anti-inflammatory effect, analgesic effects, potentially non-toxic, giving you life assurance that they can fight for you as a police force inside you. So this is why you need DXN, and why in women, because woman is the most strongest man on earth is a woman. Strongest man on earth is a woman. The strongest thing needs a strong thing to support, to sustain that strength, to sustain that responsibility. That's why I told you the womanhood is the most stressful life of a living being on earth. She has to undergo swings of changes. She has to undergo hormonal situations. She has to go undergo the construction development of a new life in her. And not stopping there, even after delivery, she has a lot of things to do to nurture that baby in this world. Feeding, breastfeeding, the best food of the world is breast milk. So if that is coming out of your nutrition, so if you don't give the quality of the content to the baby is going to be sick for the rest of his life. So that's why the need of DXN from the in utero women to 110-year-old woman is there. No age, no race, no place on planet. There is a need of decent, excellent, happy living.
Thank you for your answer. Magnificent answer. Short question, but very deep and concise answer. Very interesting. I hope everybody gets what you say because it's very, very important. Okay, so the next one I have is, can you tell us about individual products and how they help?
As I was telling Ruth just a few minutes back, that if I want to talk on individual products, give me 5 days for one product, because there's so much data on available, and you are never satisfied to learn more. So if we go, there are more than 100 products of DXN, but every product is a miracle in its own self, because it is completely natural and organic. The best thing about our product is they're natural, they're organic, and they are monitored under one roof for their accountable issues, and their, the stress of being badly manufactured or any ill effects are not there. So we are very much safe on that background. Whatever we eat, it should be safe and secure. Firstly, it should be easily digestible, because what is the difference between a food and a medicine? Food can be taken anytime by anyone, and medicine can only be taken for some people at particular time, but some age group, with some weight, with some disease in focus. So here I would like to stress upon it, our products are not medicines. Don't call them medicine, you are abusing them, because they are much better than medicine. Medicine are being made from them. Few of the contents are taken from some of the products. They have done miracles as part of pharmaceutical industry. So they are nutrition, so they come under nutraceuticals. The nutrition giving you health is common to all the products. So the main products, the pillars of DXN are, for me, there are 5 or 6. One, the basic, this thumb is the most important finger of your hand, right? Why? Because if you lose a thumb, you cannot do anything. So this is the most vital part of your hand. So my vital part of my body is Ganodrama, then Spirulina, then Cordyceps, Moranzi, lion's mane, and many others for the local applications like aloe vera, and a combination of these products. The main are the 5 products which are having different combinations in our company. But start with, if I take 5 minutes to tell you about the Ganodrama. The Ganodrama, you all know, it's a very ancient mushroom having medicinal properties, and more than 415 or sometimes 420 ingredients inside. But the beauty of Ganodrama is, the word young, Y-O-U-N-G. I say Y-O-U, you need Ganodrama to stay young. So that's my definition of Ganodrama for anyone. May it be a woman, may it be a man, may it be a child or an unborn baby. So this is all giving you that status of being, who is the young Watson, who's energetic, easily, stronger. Part of your life is the youth. So that's why Ganodrama sustains that beauty of health which you enjoy in your youth. One. Secondly, it is one of the mushrooms which has been without time tested. No scientific evidence 4,000 years back, but people used to eat like onions, like carrots. So it's a food which was taken routinely by the Himalayan people, by the areas where this mushroom were easily available, and they see and they eat it. The traditional Chinese medicine, it has proven that it has got marked medicine-like properties, but better than medicine because it is for every cell of the body. So it can take care of your cell from in and out. Right from entrance of the cell is your gatekeeper to ensure that you don't get sick. So it has to maintain itself inside. It provides you energy because it has a bulk of polysaccharides. It provides you anti-inflammatory properties. It gives you antiviral properties. It has antifungal properties. It has, most important is it's a beautiful antioxidant, 5 times more potent than ginseng. So you can imagine that how people are getting the benefit of this. Even there were no doctors. Medicine came way after it was being used. So it is a supplement which gives you vitamins, it gives you minerals, it gives you the best requirement for your health, and also it gives you the potential of fighting back with the diseases, the immunity. As I told you, it is 5 times more potent than ginseng. So the substances which are inside Ganodrama are relieving the side effects of free radicals. That's why it is taking care of oxidative stress. It has specific immunity towards better than vaccines, better than any antibiotic, and enhances the powerful immunomodulatory effect on the body. Secondly, it has beautiful effect on your blood vessels. And you know, your body has got the biggest organ. People say skin, I say blood vessels. Because if you make a string of your blood vessels, it can go around the globe. So many blood vessels you have in your body. So if something is taking care of your blood vessels, it is going to take care of your whole body. It has an adenosine powerful vasodilator effect mediated. It increases your blood flow to minor and macro and major circulation. It has a organ develop dependent function on the flow because all your organs, they depend on blood. Why? Because you need oxygen and food. The food goes through the blood. Your life goes through the blood, and your bad things of your body goes out of the blood through these blood vessels. So if anything goes wrong with these blood vessels, your life is in danger. May it be brain, may it be kidney, may it be lung, may it be heart, may it be your peripheral circulation, may it be your lobules, may it be your tip of the nose, may it be your eyes. Everywhere the role is of the blood vessels. So Ganodrama has got a beautiful dilatation effect. Why? What happens when the vessels dilate? Reduces your blood pressure, increases the flow inside the cells, giving more oxygen, biggest supply to the cardiovascular system. And it has anti-platelet effects. Nowadays, everybody used to say, okay, you are 30, start aspirin because you have the potential risk of heart attack because your platelets are getting sticky. They will let your vessels to the heart be blocked. So what? And not everybody can tolerate aspirin. It has its own side effects. I'm not saying don't take aspirin, but we have something which is more than enough for our platelet. So it has an antiplatelet effect, which has got adenosine and guanosine, and which is giving this prevention of thrombosis or coagulation. So by doing that, it improves your circulation, not only macro circulation, the big vessels, the small vessels, they get cleaned up. So they have a less chance of heart attack. This is in general. What happens when you have a disease? That's why most of the people, when they talk to me, they say, doctor, what should we take in this disease? What should we take? Well, my mother is sick, my father is sick, I'm sick, I have this, that, how much I should take? I always tell them you should take care of your whole body. The body will take care of the disease. Ganoderma, with its anti-inflammatory effect, is going to be very useful in painful situations and inflammatory conditions like even arthritis. It is very much used in degenerative conditions like all over the body, there are continuous degeneration going on. One cell dies, then the new cells comes in, or one cell gets sick, the new cells make it help to sustain life. Similarly, it's a natural painkiller with the very safe profile. Now, if you take painkillers into account, I'm a doctor, I cannot say bad about medicine, but I know that every chemical has a side effect. If you go onto the analgesic list, there are loads of them, but some are prohibited due to this reason, some are prohibited due to other reason, and they cannot have sustained continuous consumption of those analgesics. And time to time, you have to check your liver function, you have to check your kidney function to know how much bad effect of these chemicals is going to happen and is going to damage you. Apart from that, everybody nowadays is having allergy. Tell me one house, one home who doesn't have one allergic person there. Maybe to food, to medicine, to environment, to pollen, to dust. So it has got a product inside Ganodrama which is known as Lanostan, which is a product for properties of anti-allergic properties, similar to our anti-allergic medicines. So it acts on the immune system, and immune system stabilizes the micro propagation of allergies, and in return, your body takes care of that allergic reaction. Then it comes to the heart, the microvasculature side effects on the heart. So it's a cardiac tonic. It regulates your blood pressure. It like an AC inhibitor as we give for antihypertensive. It works like that. So you have an ideal product which is going to have, what is your blood pressure? 120 by 80. The World Cardiac Society, they say it's no longer the age related. It should be 120 by 80 for anyone. So it maintains it. Plus, it has the help on the heart muscle because it is improving the oxygen consumption by the cardiac cells. Whenever there is oxygen and the cells cannot absorb oxygen, what is the big fun of having oxygen in the blood? So Ganodrama works on the heart muscles, improves the oxygen uptake, higher oxygen content in the blood. Because of Ganodrama, it improves your cardiac activity, so it prevents your heart attack. So it's not only the regulation of blood pressure, it is the maintenance of the health of the heart and its adjuvant things like blood vessels. So when you have all that, you have a healthy living. Let's come to the most commonest cause of death now, cancer. Ganodrama has been all around more than 300 to 400 articles satisfying this state that it works on cancer cells, it recognizes the cancer cells, it isolates the cancer cells and start killing them and all the side effects on the body to repair the cells which are normal. And if you are under a chemotherapy, God forbid, then it takes care of the side effects of the chemotherapy. So it's not only, it was discovered in, I think, 1977, that it is carcinostatic. What do you mean by carcinostatic? It means it stops the growth of the cancer cells. Cancer cells are no aliens. They are your own body cells, which they become the terrorists in their own environment. They lost control. They're doing whatever they want. They're growing on their own. And that's why they are not functioning what they should. So once an abnormal cell starts growing and damaging the natural environment, you get the effects of propagation of these cancer cells in the system. So what it does, Ganodrama is becoming a carcinostatic because of the polysaccharides fraction in it, and it has a higher content of, it is being used as a supplement for ages now. People who have under radiation, chemotherapy, and even surgery. So it prevents metastasis, it prevents the growth, and it is itself is anti-angiogenic. That means it prevents the new vessels for the cancer to grow. So if you cut off the blood supply for any organ, the organ will start declining in function and one day it will die. Similarly, the blood supply to the cancer cell is prohibited by Ganodrama, and that's how it controls its propagation. But it needs the right requirement according to the body weight, according to the type of tumor, and according to the severity and the damage to the body. So when it comes to the herb of spiritual potency, it gives you a good memory, it gives you a brisk, active lifestyle, and it takes care of your sleep, which is the worst thing nowadays. People have everything, but they don't have peace of mind that they cannot go to sleep, they need medication. So it has got a very good psychological and central nervous system control. It calms down the brain. It regulates the organ function, improves the digestion, regulates the various hormonal levels, and that's why it is important in female. Females, they have a problem, that hormone instability, which is related to stress, which is related to genetics, which is related to the environment, which is related to their lifestyle, which is related to the diet. And if you're not taking care of that, even Ganodrama is not going to help you long. So it's a combined effort to taking care of your lifestyle, and lifestyle addition is the change in the diet. So add Ganodrama in your day-to-day diet, and it will regulate even your pH. And as people have said, that pH regulation is the key to health. You need an alkaline pH. Acidic body gives rise to disease. Acidic bodies are prone for cancer. Acidic bodies are prone for aging. And acidic bodies are very difficult to live with. They need all the time the maintenance doses and medications and the changes in their life. So even acidic body makes acidic people. What I mean by acidic people, they're a problem for the society also. They become sick here. And somebody sick here is not a good, genuine person. So I always say, if you're healthy, you're calm, you will be a good person also. So having said that, the systemic and glycemic control, the second biggest killer after blood pressure and heart and cancer is the diabetes. That is a glycemic control, your control of the blood sugar. So this ganodilin A and B in Ganoderma, it reduces the blood sugar. It maintains, see, the medicine given in sugar reduce sugar. They will not increase sugar. But Ganoderma stabilizes. If there is less sugar, it will improve. If there is more sugar, it will decrease. That is known as glycemic control. And also it prevents the diabetic complication by improving the vasodilating. Don't forget that I just told you that it has a vasodilatation effect on the microvasculature. And diabetes is affecting the peripheral nerves, affecting the microcirculation, and systemic, all the systems get damaged in due course of time. So diabetic neuropathy, diabetic nephropathy, diabetic foot, non-healing ulcers and gangrene. If you are taking Ganoderma in enough requirement and every day, you can prevent, and sometimes you can come out of these complications after continuous use of Ganoderma. Don't forget liver. Liver is the biggest factory of your body. So liver tonic. Ganoderma is a liver tonic. It's a cardiac tonic, as I told you. It's a brain tonic, and it is kidney tonic also. So you can safely give Ganoderma in patients who have a compromised kidney function. So it regeneration function, curative element, preventive element, and prolonged use can give complete regeneration function. It may take how much time we don't know, but it improves the organ function, and this is the ultimate effect, which is most important in protection of health in old age, especially in women when you have symptoms of menopause, when you have signs of menopause, and when you have the side effects of menopause on your whole body, giving you a less healthy environment to sustain. So this is why Ganoderma can help you at any age group. It is a powerful adaptogen. It's a food which is non-toxic, non-specific, and has overall normalizing effects. So you cannot say, I can take this in diabetes, I can take this in... Anybody can take it because it normalizes your body. It protects your health, and it prevents your diseases. So I think the best part of it, apart from all these, it's a very important management of your stress, because stress is now number one killer after all the diseases. Stress is the number one killer. Any disease and disorder which is going to create stress. Ganodrama is not only taking care of the diseases and the disorders, it is a powerful anti-stress herb. And what are the stresses? There are many types of stresses. Most common is chemical stress, physical stress, oxidative stress. I give boss stress, traffic stress, financial stress, bank stress, epidemic stress. You see, and you'll name it. We have multiple type of stresses, and if you have a stress buster in your body, you will come out of there smiling. So a lot of articles are there. If you go on PubMed, you'll find a lot of treatment, evidences of cancer management with reishi along, but don't stop your medical treatment. It is a part and parcel of an adjuvant therapy, like husband and wife. If medical treatment is the husband, wife is alternative medicine. So it's a good combination to get rid of the diseases as faster as if it would have been with medical cover only. It's much quicker and faster. So a lot of articles are there. If you want to go, you can go into search and just write down cancer, disease, name of the disease, and Ganodrama. You'll find a lot of articles there. And evidence-based articles. See, Googling is a good thing, but sometimes it creates stress because biased articles, less evidence, and not a very conclusive evidence. Sometimes people get confused. So read article which is quality A, grade A, or from authentic research engine like PubMed, or you go on to scholarly articles and you have access to those search engines of medicine. Then you will find out, or alternative medicine, you will find out miracles of Ganodrama there. So how to use Ganodrama? You can apply, you can drink, you can sniff through our toothpaste, you can gargle. And not only that, you can apply in terms of your paste, in terms of your oil. For the kids, you can give in terms of chocolate milk. So Dr. Lim is very wisely distributed the whole community with Ganoderma. Starting from in utero to an old age to as applying for oil. Every day, a senior person, a senior citizen would apply oil to get rid of anything. See, I use oil every day to my pressure points. In my foot, when I come back from the clinic, I have my pressure point therapy with my oil, 5 minutes. I don't have arthritis, and I'm not going to tell you age, maybe half of my age, but I'm 200% more stronger. I don't take, my glasses are gone, and I don't go to the doctor. I don't have in Panadol. Sometimes I have to buy Panadol because I don't have it in the house. So this is what is the benefit of beauty of Ganoderma. I'll keep on talking about it, but if you have Ganoderma questions, just put up quickly because we have other products to go to.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, the following question was on how and what products to take. So basically, it's
other products.
how to take the products.
Yeah, let me take the other products. Now, if we go to the other pillar of our protection is the spirulina. Now, the spirulina is the greatest food on this world. It is the superfood already labeled by scientific societies of the world because it is the only protein other than mother's milk, which is being, having the crown that it has everything inside, whatever a normal body needs. It's a spiral-like blue-green algae, half a millimeter long, and it is in the form of, primary nutrition on Earth since 3.5 billion years ago. You can imagine, even we cannot count the billions. It is 3.5 billion years ago. People say that it is the first life on Earth. When this globe was being constructed, it was round. Then it became flat and started cracking. The water came on top. And this water had blue-green algae. So before the arrival of human, nature has given food for that human. So you can imagine what is the beauty of this micro superfood, which is a novel approach to save bottles of blood. It saves transfusions. So what is the spirulina? It is the richest source of nutrition. It is a complete source of nutrition with vitamins, minerals, and all of the essential amino acids, chlorophyll, antioxidant, and high source of solar energy, because it is it's manufactured over the water under the sun. So this is the highest source of solar energy. Nowadays, we don't go out and go for swimming or have a sunbath. Vitamin D deficiencies are there in everyone. It's a statement that everybody is vitamin D deficient unless proven otherwise. So this is what we are heading for. So it is a high content of solar energy. It is approved by US FDA and WHO, and it is a food and agriculture organization which has declared it to be the best food for tomorrow. 1 kg of spirulina, it's a very well-known sentence in DX and everybody quotes it, that 1 kg of spirulina is equal to 1,000 kilogram of assorted vegetable. That is, 1 gram of spirulina is equal to 1 kg or 3 capsules of spirulina. It's the best natural food award for you by nature. So according to Dr. Darwin, who was a German scientist, that he gave spirulina the word spirulina. So it's a blue-green algae. It was rich in proteins, as I told you, carbohydrates, which is 15 to 20% hardly, and it is very low fat. That fat is also in essential fatty acid content, which is, I think, 5 to 8%. And it's got a lot of minerals. It has got iron. And the iron which it has, it's natural. It's not going to upset your stomach. See, women need iron all their life before menopause, even after menopause, because they are losing blood, they are repairing, they are making new blood vessels, they are making new life, so they need more blood and oxygen. And oxygen carrying capacity is done by RBCs, and RBCs have hemoglobin. Heme is iron, globin is protein. So spirulina has iron and protein both. So that is why it is known as green blood. So you see how much you are going to save transfusion if you start spirulina to women who are anemic. Round the clock, nobody goes for the hemoglobin checkup until and unless doctor says, oh, you look pale, you are feeling giddy, you are feeling weak. Then you go and check your, in the third world countries, hardly they go to a checkup. So it's a rich content of iron, rich substitute of blood, B complex, B1, B6, B12, and others, and trace elements like selenium, zinc, which is necessary for your fertility and your cell development, macro and micronutrients, and also photosynthetic pigments like chlorophyll and phycocyanin. Now, chlorophyll is taken as one of the best supporters for hemoglobin development. All green vegetables. Doctor said, okay, start green vegetables, it will change your life. So why not this green? This green you eat, you apply, you make noodles. Now we have noodles of spirulina, mashallah. So you can give to 1 day old baby can have, no limitation. 1 day old baby can have spirulina. So we have spirulina cereal also. So apart from that, the best thing about spirulina is it has gamma linolenic acid, which is GLA, which is there in mother's milk. So you see the comparison of breast milk with the spirulina is so wonderful that even the mother's milk will not have that much of minerals and trace elements as spirulina has. Iron content, protein content. So it has got adequate amount of hemoglobin to maintain, and it has good oxygen carrying capacity to go through, and good metabolism. And so spirulina is essential for the synthesis of iron, and in the colloidal form, maybe 5 to 6 milligrams of the iron you need. Yes, all other necessities like proteins, vitamin C, B12, others you can be provided. So other benefits during pregnancy, spirulina can prevent less water in the baby bag, which call it oligohydramnios. When this water in the baby bag, in the uterus becomes low, the baby's development, the fetal development goes down. We call it as IUGR, intrauterine growth retardation. So the studies show that if you take Ganodrama and spirulina regularly, you can avoid such complications to the fetuses who are born with a smaller volume of water in the bag. Other things like dysmenorrhea, that is painful periods. It's a full support for the pain-killing effect of Ganodrama, and the spirulina giving all the PGE1, which is the sensitized sensory nerves to produce chemicals. So it releases the anti-pain element there. If you compare spirulina with other iron, a lot of comparative data is there. You will see on the net. It is safe, it is natural, economical, no admission needed. You need admission for the blood supply. You don't need anything to go to even to a doctor for spirulina. So no supervision needed. Lots of benefits in comparison to the blood. So summary of the benefits would be for the family, for the children, boost your resistance, they take care of your fatigue, it take care of your recovery to any disease. Plus, it strengthens you during, after, and even before conception if you want to conceive. Ganoderma, Spirina, Moranzi, Cordyceps formula works very well if there is no structural blockade. There also, if I talk about infertility, all these products are very much suitable, and it's very much acceptable by the kids because there are different forms of spirulina available now as cereal and noodles, even cookies in India. So it is easily can be given to all members of the family. People who are working, studying, it improves the performance, enhances the concentration, keeps you fit and alert, and it copes up with the stressful situation. So, like Ganoderma, spirulina is also helping there. Sports and fitness, people who want to be fit, who want to cut down weight, who want to increase weight, being protein, less carbohydrate, it takes care of your muscle power, muscle content. So, if you want to lose weight, take it before food. If you want to increase weight, take it after food. So, it increases your stamina, strengthens your recovery, and over 50, everybody should take injection. Nobody reaches 50, everybody stays 16. But even then, you have to maintain your family, senior citizen. It slows down the aging process. It keeps you young and vital. It activates your body defense system. It may immunize yourself because spirulina is the best antiviral product. Cordyceps, spirulina, and Ganoderma. Pandemics have shown that people who are taking these three products up with the lemon in lemon of Nixon, it is the best doctor for COVID. So if who are taking it and not in sufficient amount, if they get COVID, they get out of it if they start using in bulk. So it builds up this strength during different stages of your life. It keeps your cholesterol down, it keeps you beautiful because it gives you protein. Even in Chinese and Korean, they use it as green musk. For it makes the if you use it for hair, as it is giving you all the vital minerals and vitamins, skin, appendages, your nails, they get beautiful. That's why the Dixon products are the beauty parlor for the women. So it gives you strong and flexible nails. It supports your slimming attitude, or you're losing weight or gaining weight. And one thing nobody knows, I think some people will know, that while traveling, it will prevent your jet lag. So I've never had a jet lag. I've traveled almost 30, 40 countries, but never had a jet lag because I've been on these products for the last 10, 12 years now. So spirulina is a food exchange value. I've already told you, it is economical, it is approved by WHO, it is the good acceptable ratio for each age group, and the one who loves the family would love spirulina to give it to the family, right from in utero baby to the baby going to die. So the only baby going to die is over 100 years. So this is something which is the need of time. You can forget drinking water, but don't forget to take spirulina, because this gives you vitamins and it takes care of your stress. If you are going out, you don't have anything, and you are confronted with something which is bad for you, spirulina in your body, Ganoderma in your body is going to have a break there. Science has proven that. Now comes to Moranzi. Moranzi is another beautiful Morinda citrifolia. We call it Moranzi and Moranzyme. It has beautiful traditional uses long before. The Exon Moranzi is different because it has the extract values and it is more organic and very authentically prepared. So it is digestive. It has work on every cell like Ganoderma. It works on every cell of the body: digestive system, skeletal system, skin systems, male genital system, female genital system. So that's why in women, women's best friend is Moranzi, Spirulina, and Ganodrama. Even if you don't take Rishi and Spirulina, don't forget to take Moranzi, because it takes care of your beauty, it takes care of your hormones, it takes care of your skin, it takes care of your infections, and it takes care of your respiration, which is again giving you the oxygen to sore throat prevention. You know, the even the long term use, it prevents asthma. During chronic diseases like tuberculosis, we have seen tremendous effects of spirulina, cordyceps, and moranzi as a supplement. Instead of giving B complex, if you give moranzi and spirulina, people can come out of the disease very fast. And according to Dr. Williams, it works on each system: nervous system, pulmonary system, renal system, immune system, and even in gynae situations, pre-menstrual, post-menopausal, mood swings, all these things, mental health, Alzheimer's, neurogenic control, arthritis. So there is more than 101 functions of Moranzi. So I tell you, time is insufficient for me to keep on, think about it. But the modern zyme has got a fermentation of noni fruit. So it contains all natural enzymes. It helps in digestion, absorption, and cellular repair and regeneration. So in gynae, for women, Moranzi regulates the cycles. It takes care of your pain during periods. It takes care of the menstruation regularity, some of the internal infections, because orange is antifungal and antiparasitic also. And we have, whatever we have, vaginitis or candidiasis, with more so of fungal infection. So when you're taking, in olden days, people used to wash noni extracts they take, and they used to wash their hair to take care of the lice and the skin conditions. They used to wash the wounds with the noni extracts. With the leaves of noni, they used to make a paste and apply on the wounds. So there must have been something into it that has led to that use without any scientific evidence. Now science has proven that they were right, because they did affect the cellular repair and regeneration. So when it comes to fertility, when you're trying to conceive, all these problems of metabolism can prevent the conception. So taking Moranzi regularly and these 3-4 products, it can help you to conceive during long course of time. Don't waste your time in waiting for natural. 1 year or 2 years of your married life, you're not going to, nothing is happening. Go to the doctor, check what is the problem. If there is no blockade of any gametes to come to each other, just see the micronutrition, what is going wrong, diagnose, and start using, along with the medical advice, the natural supplements. Now, once you get pregnant, the pregnancy pains, the swellings, the bleeding from the gums, the problems of the antenatal situations, tiredness, uterine contractions, and bleeding even after the delivery gets less if you are using continuously Moranzi. And also it is a good milk production. So Moranzi is girl's best friend, I tell you, because in Australia, I think there is one more very old model, I don't remember the name, but she used to say that if I want to be beautiful, I always use Moranzi since my age of 14. So she was the best, I think her name was Mirinda, if I remember correctly. And she said that she has been using noni and she cannot live without it. So you can imagine, from your own country, one of the world-class beauty models. She's not from DXN, but she uses noni as to take care of her beauty and female. The womanhood is taken care by Moranzi. So that's why I tell that this is a best friend for a girl or for a woman. When it comes to general conditions like respiratory conditions and your physical unfitness, Moranzi gives you a lot. So it's just a trial that you have to take. Then comes our next pillar, which is Cordyceps. It's another mushroom which gives you stamina. It was incidentally grasped by some scientists when the Chinese, they kept on running and they kept on invading all the gold medals. I think it was 1978, if I remember correctly, 8 medals went to China. So the medical board sat down and said what they are eating. They couldn't find any medicine in their blood. They found cordyceps. So the Cordyceps sinensis was the caterpillar mushroom, very anciently known to traditional Chinese medicine. It helps in a lot of general condition because it also is a site of work is a microvasculature. Whatever works on vessels is going to improve the stamina. And whatever improves the stamina is going to give you good health. So this is how cordyceps works. It relieves your, these abnormalities of the chest, like asthma and poor functions of the heart and kidney, and especially when you have chronic cough, allergic cough, aging weaknesses, and declining even for the sexual drive. Loss of libido. Cordyceps is giving for male and female. Why? Because it improves the oxygenation. When it improves the oxygenation, you come back to your young youthfulness. So that's how it is known as elixir of life. Why we call it? Because it builds up stamina, it builds, modulates, same common thing, immunity, improves your memory and concentration because working on microcirculation, muscle fatigue, sexual drive, and antioxidant properties. All of our products are having antioxidant properties. Long tonic for everything, for lung, for heart, for reproductive organs, for brain, and the therapeutic applications are for all systemic situations working on blood vessels like cardiovascular and circulatory disorders, digestive and hepatic disorders where there is insufficient blood going to the organ. Combination of cordyceps and reishi best to give you full-blown supply to the vessels. So metabolic and nutritional disorders, performances, endurances enhancement, and aging processes, longevity enhancement, reproductive disorders, and sexual dysfunctions, cordyceps is one best thing to have regularly. And there's no side effect. So you can take it every day, you can take twice a week, when you can stop it when you it's not like that when you stop medicine, you come back to zero. It has already given you a strength of some sort. Even if you stop cordyceps sometime, it will come back to the requirement. See, if I am drinking water, I need water every day. A time would come if I don't drink water, I will not die, but my 70% water inside will save me till that water goes down and I get dehydrated. Same way, all of our products are not addictions. They are not medicines that once they are out of system, the cells will lose their track of behaving well. It is not like a teacher with a sling, that if the teacher is inside the room, everybody will be quiet. The teacher is out, everybody is naughty. No, it regularizes your cells. So this is why it controls and let the cells behave normally. Once they start behaving normally, maybe at times you don't get time to get the product, but you don't get sick. Have you noted that? You don't get sick that often like others do. This is where you stand out, that you are a DXN family. This is why I feel like what Dr. Lim was saying, that even in Australia, he said these words, that if you let me see thousands of people sitting, I can let you know which one is using the product. Because the glowing skin, Ganodrama, the glowing skin, the smile on the face, the positive attitude, no medical bill, no stress, no suicidal attempts. The only thing which an Australian said to Dr. Lim, why do I need DXN in Australia? Because we have a healthy environment, we have good food, we have good quality health services. Why do we need DXN? He said, give me the newspaper. The newspaper said 5 to 8 suicidal attempts on the first page. Youngsters drinking and dumping themselves in water and having suicidal tendencies. Mental stress is there all around the world. It can never be dictated on paper, or it can never be verbalized itself. So that stress needs to be taken care. So DXN give you that stress-less attitude of the cells. So that's why everybody needs DXN. Even if you believe it or don't believe it, one day you will say, yes, I would have been better off if I had that in my life. So this is something which we think it's primarily one of the basic requirement like oxygen, water, and food, I think our products also a requirement for our family if we want them to live healthy, be healthy in front of us. Then last one, but not the least, I'm going to add 3-4 more products, but the major product is lion's mane after cordyceps, which is working on the nerves. Now we have talked about blood vessels, we have talked about the muscles, we have talked about the organs. Now who is controlling all that? Brain, our nerves, which are systemic, the brain matter itself, and the peripheral nerves, which are coming from the autonomic nervous system, control of your bladder, control of your gut. Once the nerve is sectioned, allopathic medicine says there's no way out. It cannot repair. But lion's mane is the only thing in the world which has nerve growth factor, TGF, nerve growth factor, which is going to help the repair and regeneration of the nerves. We have seen tremendous results in people who have the nervous element of their diseases, anxiety, stress, dementia, Alzheimer's, spinal diseases, fibromyalgias, all these things, they have got great influence of lion's mane. It will, I'm not saying, I'm not claiming anything, but it can improve the quality of life of these people who are maybe a vegetable lying on bed for ages. So this is how you can, even, if the gut is not moving, you are constipated. And the constipation becomes the root cause of the problems of your body. The toxins going back to the blood systems, which has to come out. Instead of coming out because of constipation, it reverse flow occurs. You are sick. What helps to move the gut? Nerves. And what works on the nerves? Lion's mane. So you improve the function of the gut, you get rid of constipation. You improve the function of the gut, you get rid of diarrhea. You improve the function of the gut, whatever you eat, may it be DXN products, you get a good absorption. Even if you take the best medicine of the world and the intestine is not working, it's ruthless. No use, because it's not going to go into the system. So that's why it is the basic gatekeeper. The gut is the gatekeeper for your health. It needs something to make it healthy, to sustain itself, so that whatever you eat, may it be a medicine, may it be a food, it has to give you some benefit, some advantage. And it helps to take away the toxins from the sea. The gut is also a part of your excretory system. Apart from your urine, sweat, tears, saliva, and ear wax, gut has got a responsibility to take away the toxins and the bad things from your body. If it is not working well, you will be sick one day. So that's how lion's mane is going to take care. Now comes the beautiful womanhood. Local application with aloe vera, local application of tea tree creams, antiviral, antifungal, skin care. And now we have the Korean helping hand with us. I'm not a very parlor person because I never go to parlor. I don't need to. I'm already too beautiful, mashallah. So I don't want to go into the cosmetic part and the skincare. You can go onto the videos. Beautiful videos are there to how to take care of your skin. But remember, good skin comes from good health. You have to take care of inner health. Then you have to exteriorize the health of the skin or the skin of your body. So skincare cosmetic faculty we have on DXN. You can go on that. Aloe vera is there as a body support for in different seasons. Itself, aloe vera has been used all over the world for its beautiful effect on the skin and for the stomach, for the kidney. Even people say it can take off the stones. I don't know, but aloe vera has been proven for the body as one of the best herbs also. So apart from that, if you combine cordyceps with pineapple, it becomes cordypine. So all the good effects of pineapple with cordyceps. Now, if you combine the oil with the reishi, it becomes Ganomassage oil. All the best things about the almond oil. So all the things are in combination, are giving you nothing to learn, nothing to think. Just do it. Just eat it. Just drink it. And make your life beautiful and happy. And whatever is your age is a number, as I just told you, Ruth, this is a number only. So you have to kill that number, reduce that number yourself with your diet and dates and supplements. Okay. So I hope now your questions, I think some of the questions must have been answered in that.
Yeah, I believe so. So I will just stop the sharing of I believe if you have more time, I believe there was one member that raised her hand, Asra Nav. So if you have time, I can
Yes,
ask
yes,
a
sure, sure.
question. Just let me see. But so far, the
I
information is.
forgot one point, Ruth, about the genetics, because see, our cordyceps and our Ganodrama, it works on DNA also. So the diseases which are regulated, everything is controlled by RNA and DNA in our cells. So nothing can change DNA in this world. Only thing which has been proven is the diet which can change the DNA, and any disease can be confronted with the DNA control. You can make a clone, you can make a new body, they're doing genetic engineering now. So, but Cordyceps has got a genetic control on DNA. That is one latest thing I must tell you, that people who are taking Cordyceps, they can mediate, they can improve the DNA damage. And most of the fertility, especially in men, is dependent on DNA damage. In fact, every cell who is going to reproduce itself is going to be bombarded with DNA problems if it is not well and healthy DNA. You will not get a good pregnancy if the DNA of the egg is not okay, if the DNA of the sperm is not okay. And in combination, when these two join, they will not give a good embryo if you don't have a good DNA. So it is a good control preconception. So I always confine the womanhood and DXN. Preconception, people who want to conceive. Conception, with a female baby. Now you are taking care of that female, it's not in the world still. Then delivery, antenatal, postnatal, then taking care of that girl till puberty. Then that girl is undergoing a reproductive change. This baby who has been taken care by the mother in preconception period is going to be a better person than her mother. In fact, in terms of menopause also, in terms of immunity also, in terms of strength also, in terms of power also, in terms of fighting with the fatigue, fighting with the stress. They're all together a different people. So it can help you all way long. Okay?
So I have to say the information given and shared with you. Oh my goodness. I really hope everyone have, pick up the information, because we will have a lot more. We will need more time for you to explain, and to share. But due to we have not much time, we have to cut it anyway. And because you have to go and do your duties in your clinic. So thank you very much. We feel
Most welcome.
really
And if there are any questions,
to have you.
I have not done justice to my products. I know I am a criminal in that, because it's a crime not to give enough information, because it's injustice to them. And if I start talking about even spirulina, I have more than 20, 50 presentations with different views in different concepts with different articles. And the evidences, strong evidences. People going on as astronauts, they take spirulina. They don't take your nuggets and your biryani there. They take spirulina. So that's why Americans will not give you anything which is not safe. They have done a lot of research on it. New Zealand, America, Australia, Canada, European world, even now the third world. In Pakistan, they have done research in spirulina. In 2008, I was in Kenya. They said, there was an article, 8th March 2008. If you want to see, 8th March 2008, I was there. And it was a Women's Day. And this article was saying the best anti-HIV is rich in spirulina.
Wow.
So can you see, there is no treatment for HIV.
It's amazing.
I met a person in Kenya. He was a national football player, and he was on a wheelchair, and the society has abandoned him. His wife went away, his children went away, his job gone, because he had HIV. He came all the way to Kisumu Kisumu is a state in Kenya, beautiful state. And I was giving this lecture in the church. I can never, forget his face. He was sitting on a wheelchair and he couldn't even speak properly. He was saying that these are my last moments. Then after that, I went 2 years later and I couldn't recognize that guy because he was again sitting in the front with all the suited, booted person as if it was a cream of the society. He got rid of HIV after the treatment from medical treatment and spirulina Rishi. He got his wife back, he's got his job back, he got his life back.
Wow.
So these are the testimonials, no claims. Please, no claims, only help. You help each other to help yourself. Because whatever we do here, these two angels are writing, we will carry this logbook. All the money given by DXN will stay here in the bank. All the health product will stay here. But if I did something good to you, you will pray for me even if I die. And that I will carry. See, nobody will tell you the benefit of DXN like this. This is the best part. This is the cash and this is the account that will you open in heaven. If you do something good for anybody, it will return it to you, here or there. So I believe in that.
Very true what you said, definitely. So we have to again give you a very deep thanks because of your time. And so now you're free to go to do your clinic, and hopefully in one time we can count with your presence again. Sure. And I believe
I would love to come to Australia because of you I can meet my DXN family and my immediate family also there. So it will be lovely. It will be lovely to see both, inshallah.
Yeah.
Pawan is going to arrange, huh? Dr. Pawan, you're going to arrange for me.
Thank you so much, Doc. It was such an amazing presentation, Yeah, thank you so much.
I hope you like it and it was not too fast. I tried to compose it in one drop.
Very, very good information. As I said before, I hope everyone got something, because what you have shared with us is so powerful, really so powerful. All the questions that we have actually were already answered with your talk. So no more questions. You're free to go now.
Thank you,
Asma Munir. Thank you so much for coming.
I love you, my DXN family. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy and stay noble. And let's meet again, inshallah. Don't say goodbye. We'll meet again. Inshallah.
Let's meet again.
Let's meet.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for coming on board. And I will see you probably tomorrow on another presentation. So it's good morning, DXN from us. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doctor.